My follow-up question, since we spoke about Doha and the historical, characteristics, so we have now different jurisdictions, and how have different jurisdictions actually developed their arbitration frameworks? Like, what historical, cultural, or economic factors do you think it's influenced these developments? Specifically, we are now, for example, shooting in Arabic in Doha today. So,
in addition to the international legal framework, which I've described, the New York Convention, the ICSID Convention, the model law, and also a sort of common law of international arbitration, where courts in one country, the United States, look to decisions elsewhere, United Kingdom, Singapore, or Indian courts look to English courts or Singaporean courts, or vice versa. Inevitably, national characteristics arise. The most obvious example is with respect to language. In some cases, parties may choose to arbitrate in Spanish or Arabic or Mandarin or something other than English. They say, of course, that the most widely spoken language in the world is bad English. And I do think that English continues to be the most frequently used language for international arbitration. But certainly in particular regions in the world, think Spanish in Latin America, although even there, Portuguese and English are strong contenders. Think Mandarin perhaps in the Greater China region. Think Arabic in the Gulf and elsewhere. Influence the arbitral process very significantly. Equally, I think quite importantly, the relations between counsel, how it is that lawyers deal with one another, has a very important influence on the arbitral process. And therefore, if you have two Qatari law firms, it's a very different arbitration than if you have two English law firms or two French law firms or a French and a Swiss law firm. I think the character of counsel, the identity of counsel in cases, plays a hugely important role in how the arbitration procedure actually unfolds. And the same, of course, is true with respect to the presiding arbitrator or the arbitral tribunal overall. The cultural aspects of the arbitration are hugely important alongside the substantive legal rules.